Sports and Things may contain language not suitable for all audiences. Discretion is advised.
Yeah. We got the vibe on deck, bro. Four dope brothers talking sports, so let's go. If you could just imagine some dudes into music get together to talk trash about whose teams is losing. So here we go. D. Turner, John Lane, Trey Illy, Jay Hill, the MVP, caught into his theory. So now what? They got they mics and gizmos. Podcast rapper for DC, what it is, mo.
This is Sports and Things, a podcast of four musician friends from the DMV who go in depth on sports, music, and entertainment topics of the week, featuring John Lane, Trey Ely, Jay Hill, and your host, Dennis Turner.
And welcome to Sports and Things, everybody. I'm your host, Dennis Turner. With me, I have all the fellas, Jay Hill, Trey Ely, and John Lane. What up, fellas?
What's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the podcast where we're artists and musicians who love to talk sports, and the NBA playoffs are going on right now, but we're going to get into some Washington Wizards conversation. That's not, because they're not there.
So, that has nothing to do. Those two things have nothing to do with each other. So
just the fact that they use the
playoffs
same
and Wizards.
They use the same ball. That's all.
They don't even do that.
Damn.
Oh, okay, fine. If the Wizards
It'll
get the
be
number one
changing
pick,
soon.
what?
The Wizards' ball is deflated.
Finish your statement. Go ahead.
If the Wizards get the number one pick, who would you want to draft?
Then we'll be playoff bound. Okay, never mind.
Wow.
Well, let's start with Jay since he's at the stadium or at the arena.
Yeah, there you go.
Man,
I don't give a shit.
it's really difficult to make this call because there is no idea where we'll fall in this draft.
What you mean?
I think the assumption, the question has an assumption in it.
Mm-hmm. But you know, that's like
Wait, Jay. The question has an assumption in it that
it does.
we are first. So it's a fantasy question because you know we ain't winning the lottery.
I don't want to
make believe
that fantasy. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the make believe. But I'll say if we do, it's gonna have to be AJ. It's just realistically,
Dispenstio,
like,
however you say it.
The banter.
Why get this, hyped if it's not gonna happen? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost along the lines of like, do we have the opportunity to get Shaq? Nah, I doubt it. Like
Please don't draft the
booze.
boozer.
We have the opportunity. We just might not get him.
Right. So yeah, I would definitely say it's AJ. I know some of these mock drafts lists that are coming out have the Wizards not having an actual cornerstone, but believing that, I guess whoever is in this draft will be that cornerstone. I don't know if AJ's a cornerstone dude. Like, he's good. Like, we have.
He's no Shaq.
Right. He's
We don't have a Wemby or a Flag this year.
He's no Anthony Edwards or anything like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think
what about Anthony Davis?
Piece is still.
He is.
What I honestly think is going to
he will be gone very soon.
He's not going to be here.
There's going to be some moves made, and we're going to have a
before the season starts?
Players. Possibly even before the draft starts.
Before the draft starts, golly. Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That soon?
You think they're gonna move AD that fast?
No.
I think if they can get a decent enough haul, I don't think they've gotten out of the mentality right now of let's get a bunch for one yet. Like they're not out of that. Like. Because they were, they were in that space for so many years. Yeah. I feel like they're still sort of in that space, but we're getting slightly better mediocre players.
Oh God,
slightly better mediocre. No, Jay. What's
slightly
important?
Better
we're
mediocre
getting
players.
Cheaper mediocre players, though.
Slightly better, cheaper.
We're getting cheaper, cheaper mediocre players. So we're getting out of those contracts,
right?
But
so that's kind of what falls in line with AD and everybody.
Do you think there's somebody out there that's willing to give up their first round pick for AD?
I don't know if
Anthony Davis
first round pick.
Yeah,
you crazy.
I don't know if we.
I mean,
but
they're talking about right now.
Need a first round.
Anthony Davis potentially going to the Trailblazers in the trade. So you got to give up.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
Yeah,
I think they're going to want more
that's
picks.
necessary.
They're going to want more picks in
I think
the first round.
that's exactly. That's because we already have the first round. I'm gonna say locked up.
Yeah,
obviously we don't know
unless
if
those
that's
4
top
players that we
5.
acquire get traded away for more picks, which I could see.
Yeah, see, right.
Oh, you're talking about that mock
So that's
trade
kinda
that
what
we
I
were
said.
Yeah,
looking
mock
at?
trade. Yeah, I don't think that
Anthony
that's gonna
Davis is
happen.
too old. He's 33. He has too much money that he's
Too
acquiring.
He can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy, and it's a $62 million player option that he has. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
not playing with us next season. He's gonna
I
be
don't
gone.
think Portland has a first round pick.
No, they will have a 2027 first round. That's what it would be. That's why they're not gonna make that trade.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, they
He's
want a
not playing.
2020.
If you take AJ though, like he's a wing, right? So you got
Another wing.
Sar.
See that?
Yeah, Young.
Yet
wing.
another wing.
Does he fit in like just because he's a top pick? Does he fit with the scheme that they're trying to build here?
Exactly.
We got Trey shoot.
Do
you gotta
we
shoot
know
around
what
Trey.
scheme we're trying to build here, or we just got players and we're
Listen,
going to
I'm
just...
asking
it
you a
also-
question.
but see-
I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't know.
No.
I don't even.
But here's
Who's
the
on
thing.
my
It
hat?
could also,
We
it
could
could
also
also
have
be
a
one of those-
scheme?
Wait,
Who's on my hat?
wait.
He's a traitor.
I'm not a
It
trader.
could also be.
I've
It
been
could
here
also
for
be one of
years.
those, they select AJ to trade him to somebody else. Like they
Oh
trade
God,
the
that
rights
would
to
be
AJ.
that would be
You know,
terrible.
like Kobe.
That would
I don't
be
think we
terrible.
would do that.
Nah, I
Why
don't
would you
think we
do
would
that?
do that.
I think
Why would
we
you
want
waste
the
the
young
pick?
That's
You
players.
know what it comes
No,
with.
no.
You don't know what it comes with.
No, that's
Nah,
They
don't
I
even
think
know.
that
They could give
Our,
us free Snickers for life. You know.
Hey yo, shut up.
I think our
You want
GMs
free
want the young
chocolate for
players.
life for a player?
Hey, they give
what
us
I mean?
free chicken when they miss 2 free throws. So
Right. You get a chicken sandwich. Maybe it's
I mean-
licorice. You know. Maybe it's Twizzlers.
Licorice.
what about
You know
liquor?
Twizzlers that good. You said liquor. He said, liquor, yeah. Then you can watch the games.
Liquor flavored licorice. Licorice.
Hey yo, no, I don't think that's a smart thing. I don't even know if AJ's smart to pick to go here. Like, I think you should shore up your depth more if you could, in the
Dude,
draft.
When
only
you
get 2 players.
if we land the first if we land the first pick, you take the best player on the board, even if you got 17 people in that position.
Well, they did
you
that.
take the best
and
person.
they still won 17 games last year.
We didn't get the best
They
player
get the
last
best
year.
player.
You got one of the 2
we
best
ain't
players.
never got the best
Sorry.
player.
I don't
We
think
talking-
We
Sar's
ain't
the
got the
top
best
2.
player since John Wall.
He's second, but he's not the second best player in this season.
No, I'm talking about
At all.
from
You
that
got
draft.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
but, I
that's
mean
what I'm saying.
that didn't.
You saying Sar was the best player from that draft?
I'm saying he was one of the 2
No.
top. He was one of the top players from that draft. You got him, and you still won 17 games.
I know, but he's not. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's
One
not.
of, yeah, I ain't say he was. He didn't go first.
No, but he's not. He's his number where he was drafted does not equate to how he played the season.
Right.
There are several other players that played way better than him
Right.
this
He
season.
could've
I
been
don't think.
4 or 5.
Number
I
2.
don't disagree. I don't think he should have went where he went in the draft personally. But I never.
Yeah,
I never was 10
You don't
toes
think
down
Sar
on
You
should've
dude.
just
been
said
a
he
lot.
was the second best, but you
I'm
just said
telling
he
you
was
what
the
he
second best
was.
player
I
in
ain't
the
say what I
draft.
thought he was.
Oh, okay.
He's
I'm
not
telling you
in the
where he
draft.
went. Yeah. I'm telling you the
I
facts.
agreed with you, Jay, because I was like, wait a minute.
My facts said before he got drafted here, I said I ain't want him because it was like a Wimby implant. It was like,
Yeah, I wasn't too.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on that dude.
I mean, he is a good player. I think he's going to be better next season.
I think it was a
You know,
decent
he's-
pick. He
I
wasn't.
think it was. It
I
was
don't think
decent.
it was a
I
bad
think
pick. I just don't think he should have went where he went. You could have got him later and
Yeah.
still would have had the same effect. You still would have won 17 fucking games.
That's the thing. But that's the thing.
But wait a minute. That's not. He wasn't picked last year.
No, I'm
He
saying
wasn't picked last year.
It
was
was
the
the year
pick for
before
last
that. Year before
Yeah.
that.
who did they
Um,
pick?
Flag,
Trey,
and we got
Trey. What's the name?
Trey Johnson? Oh, not Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We didn't get Trey Johnson in the draft, did we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trey
That's who
was
we
the pick.
drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Will Riley. Okay.
Yeah, still no, I don't.
Because we had 2 first rounds last
Yeah,
year.
Will
right?
was the second first round pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we don't know what they're doing here, so that's part of it too. Like they call it a rebuild, but I don't.
I mean,
I
right
really
now
think
they're
they're
just
just stacking up
stacking
bodies.
talent. They're just
Yeah.
stacking talent to figure out what they
See
can put
who's
together with
tradable.
it.
They're doing a baseball trade. They're doing a baseball stack.
This package, yeah, like Anthony Davis and this dude and this dude and this bag of Skittles for
This bag of
what?
Skittles.
Hey, I got
For
a
what?
question though. Do you think before the season starts, Bilal Coulibaly will be here?
I do.
Do you think they'll think
I
about
do.
trading him?
I do think that also, but I don't think they're going to find any suitors. That's what.
So he might go in February.
Right before, yeah, right before All-Star, yeah. They're gonna start really listening to see.
I think he's expendable.
It really depends, but it depends on how this rotation works out. You know what I mean? He could end up a very important piece.
I mean, he
of
would be a
rotation.
very good bench player. He'd be a very good bench player defensively because his defense is fantastic. So coming off the bench, that would be an asset. But we just can't shoot the ball well. Our starters can't shoot the ball well, except for Trey Young, and we'll see how that goes.
Trey Johnson, a shooter too.
Trey, and he shot the ball very well.
He's pretty good. Will Riley's
See, that's what I'm saying. This rotation,
improved.
Man, this rotation could be like epic once Trey Young actually gets once he's in the mix, and
Just
when we get Mike
once.
Budenholzer as head coach.
Just keep saying once.
hey, Mike Budenholzer too.
Yeah,
Or Doc Rivers.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we answer the question though? Like,
Trey,
everybody
Jay,
picks AJ?
Jay,
I don't pick
answer was
AJ.
Yeah.
I like AJ or Peterson, but I like AJ better.
Just as long as it's not Boozer.
I wouldn't see.
I don't want Boozer for
mind.
sure.
I wouldn't mind Boozer because then you have
I would mind.
a massive front court that's just like.
But you have a massive front court now. But you just,
Is Boozer that impactful?
Do you?
I mean, no.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
I mean,
So
you
there's
have
the
it.
answer
You
to
have
that.
wait. You have it on paper. On paper, you have a massive front court, but that front court's not going to sustain. I don't think that front court,
I don't-
as a total, has played 82
I don't
games in
think
one
you
season.
do.
So,
Yeah.
All right.
we can move on.
Well said.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on.
What's the biggest surprise of the first round of the NBA playoffs?
Ooh,
I think the Celtics going out the way they did.
Man.
For me,
Mine was the how much pressure Orlando put on Detroit. Like,
I mean, I like Orlando.
Orlando.
I mean that was kind of impressive.
Orlando kind of showed that we're the new young
But it
guys
was a
that are
surprise.
on the block. Huh?
Was it a
Right.
surprise?
It wasn't
Like,
a surprise though.
yeah,
I
Magic
think
played
so.
defense.
on
I
the
would.
cusp- they've been on the
Wait.
cusp of that.
So let's flip that around. If it wasn't a surprise, you was expecting Orlando to go up 3-1 on the Pistons?
I expected them to challenge the Pistons. Yeah.
I would. I told you. I had them winning.
I like Orlando. I liked Orlando 2 years ago.
I had them winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The biggest surprise for me was the Celtics going out the way they did. Like they went and then like against that team without Embiid. It was like,
especially up 3-1.
yeah, that's surprising. That's the most
I think
surprising.
that's I think that's the biggest surprise to me that there's two teams that actually blew 3-1 leads.
yeah, that too.
Well, it doesn't.
I think
surprise me that the young boys
for
couldn't
me
hang for that.
For me, the biggest surprise was Atlanta not showing up in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. That
Really?
You mean
I just
like
thought
the
they would be
60 point,
competitive.
the
That's tough.
60
Yeah.
point.
yeah,
tough,
that
though.
halftime score, man, that was
tough, though,
beyond
man.
embarrassing.
I'm not surprised that Atlanta couldn't keep up with the Knicks.
It's not
disgusted with
that.
this
I
NBA.
just thought. I just
60
thought that
points
they
though,
would be
Dennis?
competitive. I thought they'd be. I didn't think everyone would
60
win,
points
but I
is
just
crazy.
at least
Right.
thought
I'm not
that's
taking- I'm not
that was the
that is
biggest
rather-
surprise for me.
Yeah, 60 points in the playoff game is crazy, but
In a
That is rather
playoff game.
disrespectful.
yeah, that's
the playoff
That is
game.
rather that is rather disrespectful.
I looked at
An
the halftime score and I
Elimination
was
game
like,
at that.
yeah.
dang.
But again, I think the biggest
embarrassing.
surprise was the way the Celtics went out. When you got Tatum back, you got Jalen there, and
Yeah,
you
I agree
still
with
lose
that.
to like a flapless,
Flatless.
flapless.
You know the thing about
Nice.
it though, is
Flatless.
that Tatum. I don't think Tatum was back long enough to really be back in.
No, he wasn't impactful.
That's what I was going to say, Trey.
He wasn't
Yeah, they
impactful.
weren't.
I
They
don't think
weren't
he
in
was
their,
there.
They weren't in their
Yeah.
rotation.
I don't think he was back long enough
That's right.
for that to really.
That's why it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter, but it's the same. It's like
Yeah.
those two powerhouse franchises are,
Like
history.
But he
So-
may have come back as himself, but he wasn't in the mix with the team.
Sorry,
to really, like,
Celtics.
gel.
Right. I mean, yeah, coming back is two pieces. Is you getting back in the rhythm, and then it's the whole team getting back in the rhythm.
yeah, I mean, I don't care that they lost.
I don't think it was time for that.
I don't care either.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll
That they
give
lost. I don't care
no
that.
fucks.
the
I'm
76ers are
about
getting their
anything,
asses
to be
handed to them too. I don't care. Like I don't. Like
You
I
care
think the
about
biggest
that because I need that to keep happening.
The Knicks beat them pretty bad.
for sure. I guess we don't have. Well, I guess that question is done. But the question I will ask is like, who do you have coming out the East that will be formidable against a team from the West?
The Knicks.
You think the Knicks can beat OKC in a series?
Have you seen what the Knicks have been doing?
Do
to
you?
them?
No. Ask the fucking question, bro.
I think
the Knicks
it
would
would.
beat them in a 7-game series?
I think it would go 7
Yes.
games, but I don't know that they would beat OKC. But I think it would go 7 games.
I'm not saying I'd pick them, but I'm saying they compete. Absolutely.
Yeah, it would go 7 games.
The question
Knicks
was
can
not
score
whether
some
or not
points,
they compete.
and they're playing
They're competing
defense.
because they're going 7 games.
No,
Like,
they're
I
not
get
going
it.
to win.
Playing defense too. They're keeping teams below 100 points, man. The Knicks are playing ball,
You're
dog.
not listening to the question that I asked. Like I get all that, which is why the series went to 7, not a 4-game sweep. I
Trey.
said, in a 7-game series, do you
Answer
have
the
Knicks
question, Trey.
beating OKC?
That's not that's not what you asked the first time.
That
You
is
said,
what
could
I
they
asked.
compete.
I
You
said-
asked, could they compete?
I said, do you think they can win a series? Okay, let me change the question for Trey. Do you think the Knicks can beat a West Coast team in a 7-game series?
A West Coast team or OKC?
Hey, nigga, I just said, hey.
Yeah, he
They
just
can
said,
beat a West Coast team. Now, OKC, if you're asking me to pick OKC against the Knicks, I'm going to pick OKC.
I'm not asking you to. I just asked you if you think they could beat a West Coast team.
Is it possible the Knicks can
In a
win?
7-game
Yes, I
series.
think so. I think the Knicks are playing well.
Okay. Anybody else want to take that?
I think it's possible.
A West Coast team, yes. OKC, I don't think they can beat them.
I think the weakest link, and it pains me to say it, is the Lakers. Like I think they could beat the Lakers. I don't think they can beat anybody else
Yeah,
in a 7-game series.
yeah. They could beat the Lakers. They could beat Minnesota. I think Minnesota has.
I don't know if they can beat
better-
Minnesota.
If
about
I think
Minnesota
Min- I
makes
think
it to
the
the
Knicks-
finals, I think they're going to be too wore out.
I
Who?
think the Knicks
Minnesota?
have much better
Minnesota,
defense.
yeah, because with
I think the Knicks'
Ant being
defense is
injured and
way
all that stuff,
better
I don't-
than-
if they make it to the finals, I think
than
they be
Minnesota's
tired.
offense. Yeah,
I think that the Knicks will give a challenge to Minnesota, but I think Ant will dominate that series. Personally.
As long as Ant holds up, he's playing on two
yeah,
bad.
as long as he
knees.
stays healthy.
Yeah, I'm saying if he holds up, but I think if you put Ant against that team,
That's a if. That if is formidable because he's playing on two bad knees.
He's still playing, though.
Be like especially
Yeah, he's
going a few series.
got 2 more
By
rounds
the time he
left.
get to the finals,
Yeah.
he might be kind of hurting.
well, I mean, yeah, it depends on how they play to get to the finals, if they even make it to the finals. But
Yeah,
if you
I
put
mean, he could-
if you put a healthy Knicks team up against a healthy Timberwolves team, I'm taking the Timberwolves. 7-game series. I would even take them in 5.
I mean, the question is now, can they not necessarily sweep, but can they get done with whatever series they got now, and he has time to rest? That
That's
changes
the
the
other
game.
question.
I don't know if the Spurs gonna go down that easy, bro.
Right.
I mean, it's not gonna. That's
not
not
with
gonna
the help
be
from the
like
ref they
4
giving
and let's
Wemby.
take a nap.
They're giving Wemby all that help with them
No.
fouls that he
Yeah,
ain't getting
yeah.
called. So
Yeah,
Nah, it's not gonna.
It didn't help him last night.
yeah, them
lost that
goaltending, them fouls they're not calling on Wemby is like, like you, like nobody could sustain
mean,
that ass
I
whooping.
mean, we never had to look that high up to see if it was a legit block before. I think that one was still going up. I don't know. He told us
You
shit.
think
I can't fucking
he hit that? He hit that
Nobody
shit
can
3
see it.
minutes after it came down, and they were like, all right,
can't see
he
the
sent it back up.
She was still too high, even
No,
though
he
it was
just,
still coming
you know
down.
what Wemby's doing? Wemby's just sending it back up. They can't see it because he's
Shit, he playing volleyball with himself.
Definitely just
he playing volleyball by himself.
balling
he
it.
just with the balloon. He's just doing the balloon.
He playing volleyball on the NBA court.
That's
He's just
hilarious.
sending the ball back up. I was watching those highlights. I was like, you missed that goal? I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, anyway, anybody else have a bigger surprise for the first round of the playoffs before we move on to the next subject?
The Lakers
No.
are still here.
I'm not
Yeah, I don't know if that's a surprise.
because LeBron is LeBron. So
You know what's gonna
And the
happen
Rockets
coming
wasn't
off
doing nothing.
coming off of what Trey was saying. If Luka comes back, I think that might fuck everything up.
I think so.
Luka
You
comes
know,
back.
there was a.
You had to work
because
with
he's
that.
gonna
I don't
take
even know what
he's
I
gonna
don't even
take
know
too
what show
many
it was.
shots.
I don't even
Yeah.
know what show it was, but one of the pundits was asking, were the Lakers better without Luka?
No.
And
mean-
Luka scores a lot of points, but is there a chemistry problem. I don't.
They're not better
they
without
went on
him.
like a 10, 12 game win streak with Luka before he got injured.
There's a chemistry
they're not
problem
better
and a
without
defensive
him, but-
problem. Like he's still,
Well, of course there's
he's not
defensive.
Trae Young liability, but he's
close.
not defensive. Yeah, he's not defensive. You know,
He's not defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
He's not
or
that.
even close.
But what I'm saying is, before he got injured, they went on a win streak, double-digit win streak.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Did you get that
he's
chemistry
the one
back?
you bring to outshoot him.
and is he
score a
liable
lot
on
of
defense?
points.
Because defense wins championships.
Oh, a lot of points.
Defense
I don't
wins
think he's liable
championships too.
enough on
So
defense.
It's true.
if you
think he's liable
did you
enough.
take the points for the lack of defense? I don't think
He
you did.
scores a lot of points though.
He does score a lot of points, but do you take the points over the
think
defense?
you
Is
do.
what I'm saying. When you know defense
I think you
wins
do.
championships.
In his
Defense wins
case, yes.
championships. That's it.
All right,
That's what I think.
let's
Yeah,
move
but he's
on.
like,
His
isn't he
case,
like
yeah.
the scoring, the highest scorer in the NBA?
yeah,
You gotta take that.
take that.
Pause.
Points win championships.
Well, now in this NBA, this day,
Yeah, this NBA they do.
this day and age NBA,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus.
points win championships. Good God! All right, let's move on to the and things portion of the show. We're gonna, I guess me and John are gonna discuss. Did you guys see the documentary "The Choice Is Yours" about Black Sheep? Before we
No.
get into a conversation about
Oh
it.
wait, yes, I did. That's
You ain't
yeah,
see it, 'cause you
wow.
could have said something about it.
I did say something about that. I remember him going back and forth and trying to get the because it would basically just follow Drez, right?
I mean, for the most of it.
Yeah.
most part, yeah.
This is,
And
by the way,
it's-
this is a spoiler alert for both of our listeners listening and Trey.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right,
I'm
it's a
pretty
spoiler
sure I
alert.
mentioned that.
All right.
'Cause
So
it's been
all
out
three
a
of
while
us.
now.
So you can be in the
All
conversation too.
All
since you
three
saw
of
it.
y'all. All three of y'all.
You can be in the conversation too. We're gonna
Right.
talk about what about the film does not surprise you about the music industry. John, you can go first.
Ooh.
It doesn't. What doesn't surprise me is that artists, and I feel like I should narrow this down to strictly rap artists, but I think it applies to other genres as well. But it mostly happens to rap artists. Rap artists are still trying to make deals without contracts. They're just trying to go off of somebody's word
Handshake. Yeah.
Handshake.
and a handshake, and it just it
you
baffles
shook
me.
Sinatra's hand. You should know what
That-
that means. Fuck
that-
Sinatra.
Yeah, that no matter how close you are with someone, like get that shit in writing, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, and I felt bad for him because I didn't really listen to Black Sheep all that much growing up. I
definitely
had the
did.
album. I had
You
the
can
album,
get
but
with
I didn't I didn't like too many of their songs. I remember the first single off the second album, but that was it. So I kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, like, why would you just go to a meeting and just? I think it helped that the cameraman was there and recorded it all.
Right. It definitely
Yeah, for
did.
sure.
But if there was no
Definitely
cameraman
did.
there, how are you going to prove?
Yeah.
How you going to prove
you
something?
know why that's a bad look too, because they got screwed over on their first deal.
Yeah,
Like they got
exactly.
screwed out of all the publishing for the song that made them the most popular. So
Yeah.
if you know that happens and you sign, like they do all these backdoor deals or they do all these deals where you get screwed out of stuff, why wouldn't you just be like, hey, look, we agreed to this. I know that, but you can just put this on. It don't even have to be an actual contract. Like you can just put it in writing. You sign one, I sign.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That
Just
was
put it on a piece of paper.
I think for me, the heartbreaking part about that whole thing was how cutthroat people will be once you leave their presence. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like when you watch the
like
documentary,
you
like
basically lied.
yeah, and then when you get brought back into the situation, it's like he was like, "Yo, what happened?" And they were sitting there like, "We don't know." I was like, "Nigga, what?
Right.
How do
What
you
you
not
mean
know?
you don't
How
know?
do you not
You
know?
took
You
the
not
interview
know.
with Rolling Stone." like,
They said
Bro-
they misconstrued his words and he didn't really say it that
Yeah,
way.
it was wild.
like
Wow.
and the
I
way
remember-
the way
I
it,
remember.
the way it read, it was like that. I mean, I remember when I was watching it on the plane back home, I tapped John on the shoulder like, "Nigga."
Yeah, because he was like, "Yo, this fool, man!" Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
and it's
what's-
like
How'd you
having-
fall for it?
having a
really
personal
what it was.
experience with that whole scenario made it make
yeah,
sense. It was
totally.
like,
We had
oh,
a
yeah.
front row seat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had
so
a
it's
front
like,
row seat.
I don't know, man.
Trey, we got a clue Trey on it. So,
All right,
so
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I see that he got my Dukes gave him access to some unreleased Dilla beats.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing that caught my attention.
Yeah, she gave him access to the beats, and then he went and recorded records. He got
recorded
features.
it.
He paid for all.
Yeah,
the
he had
stuff.
like Freeway on a couple of joints. And it was like
Never
a
gonna see the
real
light of
album.
day.
Yeah, and then like right before he went on stage before a show, he saw a Rolling Stones post that was like, they didn't approve the record.
We did not allow.
We did not approve this record.
We did
Tony
not say
Smith
he
did
could do
not
this.
approve this record.
Yeah, they
I'm
were
always
like,
what?
Who the fuck? How is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
don't
he
do
goes to a lawyer, and
I don't even wanna say it.
the lawyer's like,
Ain't nothing we can do.
the thing is we can't do anything because nothing's
'Cause
in
you never
writing.
signed
And
it.
I was like,
Nothing's in writing.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, how are you going to go to a lawyer with no paperwork?
Yeah,
You know what I was
just
thinking
'cause
of?
She
I was
gave
like-
him the beats doesn't mean
Right.
anything after that.
Right.
Yeah.
She could have just been letting you hear them.
Well, no,
No.
The
If
documentary-
you watch the
the
footage,
documentary, she definitely was like, "I give you my
she
blessings."
gave
to
him
cut
the
these
pass.
records.
She's like,
Yeah.
He
They
went
have
to
saying
her.
that?
Yeah, he
twice.
went, bro. He went
Yes.
to her and
He
said,
goes
"I want to
to
make
the
an
house.
album. I want." Yeah, he goes to their house in Puerto Rico.
That's
and says,
on video?
I want to make it.
Dude.
Yes,
It's all
in the
video. That's what
documentary.
makes
You
it
gotta watch
so
the
wild.
It's
documentary.
all documented.
You know
Yeah, it
what?
was-
When I watched it, y'all couldn't see it because it was only on something. That's why I remember watching
Shit
it,
was on
and y'all
Tubi.
didn't have
That's what's
access to it. No,
It came up and said
it was on
Paramount
something else. See, it was on something else, and y'all was like, I don't have
Ruby,
access to
she
that.
was-
Yeah.
That's how I remember talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. That I sitting on that plane watching that. It almost
Shit's
made me
crazy.
mad a little bit. I was sitting there.
It made me mad for
Because
sure.
you know what? It was like it was a documentary about Blackstreet, and then it just switched to Dilla, and I was like,
Dilla. Yep.
I was sitting there like, whoa, what?
I
is
didn't
this?
know. I didn't understand what the premise of this whole thing was. I mean, it kind of wrapped everything up at the end,
Yeah. Sort of. Yeah.
but that
Sorta.
middle part was strictly just about Dilla, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is this
Yeah.
about?
And I feel like the reason why they even got approved to do the documentary in the first place because they probably pitched it as like a Dilla documentary about with Drez involved in it. Like it felt like the meat of the documentary was about people who work with Dilla.
Yeah, I think Ma Dukes and Tony probably gave them the go ahead as long as they got more features to push Dilla's name a little bit more. Because I remember when this document when did this documentary come out? Like 2022.
Yeah, something like that.
It looked
Yeah,
like
it was like right after
2021
COVID. It was like
or
right after
2021.
COVID.
And I remember
Yeah.
Tony Smith went on Facebook and he said something like he was talking about some
2023.
documentary. And he said, the truth will come out. Y'all will see. The truth will come out. And I didn't know what he
But
was
see,
talking
that's
about.
the thing. It may have come out in 2023, but they probably shot it 2021.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's what
2022.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
thing.
That's what I'm saying
It was
because
it was still
I
COVID.
I saw those posts just after COVID. It was like 2021, 2022, and nobody understood what he
Right.
was talking about. He goes, "Y'all are going to see when this comes out."
Yeah.
And we're like, "When what comes out? When the book comes out, or
Right.
because at the
When-
because
when
the
nothing
Dilla
comes
book came
out.
out."
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
do
when
feel
Dilla
like,
Time came out.
I do feel like honestly there was a trailer for this a while, like a long way before it was actually released. And I remember like
I don't remember
you know,
seeing that.
I feel like I remember seeing little excerpts like, oh, that's kind of dope. Like, wait, he's talking to my dudes. I remember like
Yeah.
like the trailer being cut in that fashion where like you just said, Dennis, it comes off like it's a Dilla documentary as opposed to a Black
Right.
Sheep documentary.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it felt really contrived, and it felt like it was they were pointing at a specific audience, and I get that. Like you're trying to sell a documentary to whoever's going to publish it, whoever's going to put it out, and
Right.
you need Dilla's name to do that. Like
That tends to happen to Tony for some reason, man. It's just, there's always like things that just get misconstrued. I don't know if he's I don't know
saying
if
something.
He's I don't know if he's saying something.
That's what I was going to ask.
Is that overused?
What is the common? What is the wait, John, wait, hold on. What is the common denominator in all these stories?
All right.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
That's what
I was going to ask, does it seem like it was a miscommunication where they expected him to clear whatever he was going to put out through them?
No.
And-
No, because when they finally
yeah,
met,
go
when they finally met after all the Rolling Stone article came out, Ma Dukes said we did the interview and we knew what we were saying but the way that they worded it was not how we said it.
Yeah.
And I do
blame the magazine.
But in a way, I
so
do
they're
understand
saying
that
they
because
didn't come out and say no.
Yeah.
No, that's what she's saying. She's like, we didn't say no to them. That what she was trying to explain to him was, when it came down to the contracts and asking about contracts, there was no contract. There was no official.
So
there was
she
no
just
official,
answered that question, and they took that and ran with it, saying there's
that's
no
what she was
contract, so
saying.
this
That's what
isn't
she was
authorized.
implying. But it's like
right.
It
But
reads.
who
it
knows
reads
if
different.
that's true?
Yeah, it reads.
Who knows?
different.
Who knows if that's
but
true?
that could be the
I'm,
same face.
I'm
But
understanding
that's
this
why I
as what
defend.
was
That's why I
said.
defend Tony and Ma Dukes, because I've seen that happen before, especially with Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone has been known to do that. They've been known to ask certain
Yeah, 'cause if
questions
they
to
say
make
it's
people
no
say
contract,
something.
they can make that sound like
Exactly.
Well, Rolling Stone also
there's
had
no
a
contract. There was
their
no
top
agreement.
100 records of all time. Didn't have Michael Jackson in the top 10. So
Yeah, I don't fuck with Rolling Stone, man.
Oh, their top anything
fuck with
are
Rolling
just
Stone.
Yeah, this shit is stupid.
completely.
Yeah.
So that
Terrible.
sums up.
But that was really the only reason why I defended Ma Dukes and Tony, was because I'm pretty sure, because if that was the case, Ma Dukes wouldn't call Drez and try to clear it up that way.
That's what made.
Especially
Yeah,
if
she
she
called him
if
after,
she was
yeah.
guilt.
Yeah.
She called him and said, "I need you to come to Puerto Rico so that we can straighten this out." And Drez
Well,
was like,
they met in
"Okay."
DC for the second one. They met in DC for the second one.
Oh, that was in DC.
Yeah, that was in DC.
they
Oh,
came-
you're
they
right.
came to
You're
a
right. You're
hotel.
right.
Yeah, they came.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But still,
And I remember, and Tony was like, man, he's like, I don't know what happened with that interview. And then Ma Dukes she came out and she was like, we said this, and they wrote this, and this, and that's not what we said. And so I don't know. I don't know
I
if the
even
album's
see
gonna-
how they could spin that, because if you tell them, yeah, we have an agreement, but we ain't signed no contracts, and then they go back in the back.
It's
and be
just
like,
depending on what they
they ain't
asked
signed
her.
no contracts.
Yes.
It's depending on what they asked her. They
Yeah, and I'm like-
probably asked her in a way to make her say something that she didn't
it's,
mean.
It's basically taking.
Or they
what is
just
it,
reported
journalistic
half of what she
liberty.
said.
It's
Yeah,
taking
they didn't report the whole thing.
journalistic
Exactly.
liberties.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
just
That's what
said
it is.
they didn't have no contract. They didn't say that they had an agreement for a verbal agreement. They left that part out.
you can take the meat and then throw out the bones.
Like what if they asked her? They said, what if they asked her, if
I'm
somebody
over 40. Fuck that shit.
if somebody came to you with an unofficial album using Dilla's beats with no contract, would you give them permission to release it? And she'd probably say, well, no, I wouldn't. And that's probably why they're like, okay, this album ain't coming out.
Or no, probably she would probably say yes. She probably would say yes, but we don't have a contract in place. Oh, okay.
And
we
then
wouldn't
just
notify
stop.
you, just say
Right.
yes.
No,
That's all they
wait,
got to
We
do is
wouldn't
take that.
notify you,
Hey,
say
there's no
yes.
contract
There's
agreement
no
in place for
contract
this.
in
Fair, fair. But she definitely said no when they asked the question similar to that. There was no.
There's no assuming. There's no
We're
assumption.
not
There's
letting
no
y'all
assuming
niggas
here.
use any of my son's stuff without authorization.
No. Nice try though. Nice try though. You came and hugged me on
Part
my
of the
couch.
issue,
Nice
part of
try.
the issue with Dilla's estate too is that it's four controlling parties to his estate. So who has
Exactly.
control over what is
That's what
always
I
in
was
question.
thinking. That's
Well,
what I was thinking. That got in the way of it. It wasn't Ma Dukes and Tony.
Jay,
It was
you and I
one of
had a
the other.
conversation a long time ago about that, because there are still people who are chasing after Ma Dukes
Yes.
to get money. And I think
Yes.
that's why she's probably trying to do shit under the table, because she doesn't want
Mm-hmm.
these motherfuckers taking all her shit.
You can't garnish my wages if I'm
Yeah.
getting paid under the table.
Yeah, so I probably don't blame her for not wanting to have a contract for this project. I don't know.
But what would they be getting money for?
All the shit that he owes when he,
Yeah,
I mean,
his
he
back,
owed
yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes, in hospital bills, back pay, just a rack of shit.
Yeah. And
Still trying to pay it off 20 years
hospital
later.
debt, right? Hospital debt just
I
stays
mean, he was
forever.
he was in the hospital for like 10 months. Like that shit accrues,
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah,
especially if you don't have health insurance.
When you put it like that, that's and dealing with something like lupus is
Yeah, very expensive.
very expensive. I get that.
It's very expensive.
And I mean, I guess to wrap all that up, like the music industry doesn't surprise me at all. I don't think it surprises any of us at this point. Like people in this
Right.
business don't make art; they make business. So it's like
What kind of sucks is the Rolling Stone, the media getting involved in playing that game. I mean,
Yeah,
that
they do
doesn't
that all the time.
surprise me. That doesn't surprise
doesn't
me, but I
surprise
just
me.
still hate it.
Because at the end of the day, what draws
It makes
people to
their story
interviews?
juicier
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm saying.
they add the controversy to it. Because if you
controversy
tell it the
drives
way
them.
it was, it's just
People
he's
buy the
releasing an album
publication.
and she gave it a
They
blessing.
buy the
That's boring.
publication and they read it and they get numbers and that's how it's
Yeah,
all
it
Turns
clickbait.
into
And since,
tabloid.
It's
and since
juicy if
Dilla's
there's a fight
passing-
in there.
And since Dilla's passing, it's always been controversy about who can use his stuff, who has his stuff, who has the rights to his stuff. Like, all that stuff, it just kind of plays into the story that we've been told for the last 20 years since his passing. So it's like, it makes sense that they would stir up more controversy about that. But the documentary itself, I felt the way watching the documentary in the first place, because it was even like watching them kind of like pick beats was weird for me, because I'm like, if he was here, would that wouldn't be the case? Like,
No, he'd make a fresh batch of shit.
Exactly.
He'd just make a fresh batch of
it's
shit.
like, would he even be working with Drez at this point in his career?
He definitely wouldn't have been using those beats. Those were all beats that
I think he would have.
use.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he would have.
No diss to Drez, because I think the story that they were trying to tell about Drez still making art and still making music, I thought that was pretty cool, and like how he was still trying to make a living and he was still doing shows and he was still, I mean, him being able to tour off one song, basically a one-hit wonder, because the second record didn't do anything,
Exactly.
And I think the telling of the story about how they got him and Mr. Long back together was cool, but we'll probably never see this record. The D&D record will probably never come out, because it was 2023 when he finished it. So it's 2020. It's 3 years later. He probably started working on the record in 2021. You're probably never going to see that record. And he did a lot of work on that
That's
record.
sad. He spent a lot of money
He spent
too.
a lot of money on that
Yeah.
record. So like,
Spent a
what do
lot
you
of
do
money.
at that point? But
Damn.
but surprising? No, it's the music business and it's cutthroat, and that's what it is. So
Yeah.
all right, let's move on to our artist of the week, and I will start with Trey. I think I always start with Trey.
Yeah, so for my artist of the week, I put it's something that came out a few years back, and the songs that were released as singles were kind of like I don't know, like cover band variety type of songs, but Silk Sonic is who I'm talking about. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. But they got this cover on here
Yep.
Sunday.
of from Confunction, Love
Yeah,
Train.
this
It sounds just like it.
It's just
And
when
it sounds
you
better
listen to
in
it
my
right
opinion.
here-
I think this is a situation where the
You
cover
think
is
this
actually
sounds
better? Than
better?
the original.
How?
Yes, because the
No.
original ain't got these horns.
That don't matter.
Tripping.
No, the original, and plus,
That comes from a woodwind
Confunction.
nigga. That's
Think
coming from
about
a
it.
woodwind nigga.
Confunction was dope, right?
He
or whatever.
lost me right. He lost me. At that.
But no, hold on. But Confunction is what they weren't known to be no real singers. I would say Bruno Mars a better singer than the lead singer from Confunction.
Yeah, I
But
get
this
that.
song-
But it's
That's not the point.
Confunction was just a lot raw to me. I don't
Not
know.
the point, Trey.
Yeah.
Hey man, like listen, you add horns, you got me. All right,
Of
add
course.
Right. See?
Yeah, he can't respect a
Gay as shit.
he can't respect a hornless song.
If you add horns, you got me.
a hornless
Your
song.
song, your song.
No,
ain't
No, I
horny
mean
enough,
I
dog.
like this
Song ain't
arrangement. I
horny
like the
enough,
horn.
dog.
Trey is
horn
horny,
on
man.
Your song ain't horny enough.
Trey is ain't
there. Oh, Dennis disappeared.
I had to
song
leave for a
ain't
second.
horny enough.
You saw my silhouette when you said that. He was like, when I leave, close like two butt cheeks, nigga.
Oh no! Oh my God!
You act like you don't know the Chappelle reference. Get out of here.
I don't.
You don't know that was Eddie Griffin.
I
When they were
don't, know
doing
that, I don't remember
the,
that one.
When they were doing the hater
Oh, I
hater
know what you're
ball.
talking about. The haters ball.
He's like, when I leave, close like two butt cheeks, and he walked off.
Oh,
I will say this:
Terrell.
This is a very good. I like the way they covered this song.
I do.
I will
I mean,
say that.
listen,
We do this in the wedding band that I'm in.
Love
but
Train.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just an old man, and I just
I'm
like
normally an original kind of person.
We
but
are.
I really
You
like
are,
this
we
cover.
are, John.
Thank you for adding. We are.
Yeah. Because I mean, the vocal enhances it, but
Don't worry, you'll
otherwise-
be there, Dennis.
Yeah, I know. I
not gonna-
didn't even
I'm not
tell you
gonna
what I
say
saw in
it's
my head the other day. I was like, what the fuck?
But did you hear the
Oh,
horns,
see?
Jay?
Yeah,
You gotta embrace your age, man. It's cool, man. Like
I embrace it by
right.
shaving it off. See? That's how I embrace it.
I was talking to John in Estonia, and I was like looking at him. I was like, he got a lot of gray stubble on his beard.
Yeah, man.
It's
You
like,
know,
oh shit.
that's
Cats
why
getting old.
I need to shave.
I'm
I
getting
need to-
seasoned. I'm getting better.
I mean, Allie loves to gray my beard. I grew it out for a while.
Yeah, Alicia does too.
Yeah,
She's like, I
and
like
I'm
the
like,
salt and pepper.
I don't like it.
Right. But is it too much salt? Like,
Yeah,
is it
maybe
more salt?
maybe in the
Is it
maybe in
salt?
the winter time.
All right, J Hill, you can go.
So I was just thinking back to
Old
the
age.
good old days of going to the
This is my
Ritz.
junk.
Yeah, going to the Ritz, and I remember the Ritz was
I've
one
never
of the
been to the
only
Ritz.
clubs.
Oh
you know,
yeah, the Ritz was the shit.
See, John. So then I'll talk to John right now. You remember the Ritz was the only club that had sectioned off rooms
Oh hell
for
yeah,
different genres.
Different genres,
And they had
yep.
a reggae room.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
used to,
nah,
man, we used to live in that bitch.
I wasn't.
I was like, oh,
I used to go into the reggae
Wait,
room
Jay, hold up.
until they started fighting, and I was like, I can't be in this room.
yeah, Ritz got
anymore.
real. Ritz got real.
It got real bad.
quick.
J Hill got a birthday coming up. You turning 50 this year?
Nah, next year.
Next year. Okay.
Not quite. I got one more.
He's almost there.
I got one more.
Yeah,
boy.
the
Half
reggae
century.
room. The reggae room was
That
lit,
shit
and
was-
then
that shit was
niggas just started. I was like,
amazing,
come on,
And
man.
it was always in the reggae room they start fighting. Not
Yeah.
in hip hop, not in anything else. It was a reggae room.
Question: what was the name of that club that was on F Street that used to do the They had the
Oh,
DC
you're talking
Idol.
about the column.
It's so many.
Yeah,
the
the
bank.
DC Idol.
It used to
was
be the
called the
column.
bank.
It used to be
They
the
call it
column.
the bank.
It was
the
the column. The bank.
The bank.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it was an old bank.
It had
So,
that
like, when you
20-foot
go
stage?
downstairs.
Yep,
Yeah, when
yep.
you go
Yeah.
downstairs,
Yep.
you can see all the safety deposit boxes.
It was right next to the old 930 club.
Yo, I when
And it was
we were
across,
going to the
across
DC
from,
DC Idol competitions.
Across that hotel.
Y'all were there for DC Idol competitions.
I didn't go to that. I
You
knew
went
about
to-
it, but I didn't go.
You didn't go to the one with Suge Avery?
I knew you was gonna bring that shit up.
Nigga. Hold on, cut the music off for a second.
Forever.
So
Forever.
we were at the DC Idol
in-
competition with she who will not be named on this show.
Did you just name her?
Oh,
No,
wow.
I didn't know.
Oh,
So we at the DC Idol competition. It's the finals of this competition, and they made it all the way to the finals in their competition
forget this.
with Suge Avery, and
This
something
stage is
happened.
like 4 feet high. This stage is literally like
it's
4
a
feet high.
huge
stage.
stage.
Trey, you ever been there?
Nah,
No, they don't do
It was up
jazz
to you,
there.
like, it was up to your
All right.
chest.
So it was like when you had to
They
look
don't.
up
They
at
don't.
this.
That stage don't allow horns.
yeah, it was no horn sections.
You
right?
had to look
Can't
up at the stage to see the artist, right? So Suge had been winning all her competitions because she had like dancers and she had like this whole thing going on. And when she came on stage to do her final song, which was a cover of it was what was the
You
song?
know
I'm
what
going
it
down.
was? I'm going down.
She-
I'm going down.
So her
Rolls
dancers were
Royce.
on the floor. My cousin Reggie was filming for her, so he had his camera set up front and center, and she came out. Bah, bah, bah. She did the first verse, dances out, and when she got to the chorus, she said, "I'm going." Fell off the stage,
Fell right off the stage.
She went down.
She went down.
like, and for the first 10
Plop.
seconds, nobody moved because they didn't know if it was part of the show or
Nobody
not.
knew. Nobody knew.
And then like you see
was-
people rushing to the stage, and I remember Jay was there because he was standing next to me. I was like, she lost.
Yo, is she okay? Is she okay?
She lost.
Nah, I ain't saying anything about what she's okay. And I like
Yo,
just
she was
lost
on
the
the- she
I
was
remember
on-
wondering. I remember
She was
wondering.
on the stage, and all of a sudden you heard.
Man.
It was like I'm going.
Oh my god!
She didn't even finish the sentence, bro. It
That's what
was
made it so crazy. That was
That's
so
why we thought it was
apropos
part of
what
the
she was
show.
singing.
because she was singing the
going
she turned
The
around. I'm
timing, the
going.
timing was.
And I think she like fainted or something. Like she,
So did she end up getting hurt?
Because she went forward
they
and then
caught her
kind of
off.
fell over.
Yeah, they
Like,
caught
she,
her off.
She went forward.
'Cause
Yeah, I remember that stretching
legit,
came and everything. Yep.
the stage was high.
It was high
Like
as hell.
it wasn't like
Goodbye.
the stage was high.
She learned his life.
Like the stage
That's
was
how she fell off the stage.
yeah. like the King dropping the King dropping.
Hope she had an extra man.
Yo, it was so bad, and it was just like, I mean, she did lose. ultimately she did lose, but I don't think it was based on that. But like at the
I was
same
gonna
time,
say if it was based on that fall.
no, it was based on the talent and all that stuff. But it was so real. I begged my cousin for that tape for like 2 years. He wouldn't give it to me. He just wouldn't give it to me. I was like, you know,
somebody. It's got to
Could
be
you
on
imagine
YouTube.
now in the era of social media?
It's
Oh
got to
my
be on
God.
YouTube.
Right.
Someone look
Right.
for it on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what it is on YouTube? Well, I don't know if it's on YouTube. but
That'd be viral. It'd be a GIF or something.
you guys know that
really
Apollo
would.
does. Apollo has shows. They got like another room out in the Apollo that's like a concert room,
The Apollo Cafe.
the Apollo Cafe. And I remember, I'll tell the story and then we'll go to John. I remember getting a text message at like 2:00 in the morning from our good friend Zach Cutler, and the phone goes off and I see it, and it's just a video, and I'm like, what the fuck is this video? And should I name her? I mean, she could take a joke, so it's fine. I don't even know. She wants to take it. Yazava is on stage playing this show, and she's doing her song, and then she falls over the monitor. But
Oh no.
to Yazava's credit, she just uses it as a
kept
part of her show.
She kept going. Yeah.
She falls,
kept
she's like,
going.
boom.
Like,
She's like, oh,
she was laying-
shit,
she-
I ain't mean that shit. She just kept singing.
and kept singing. And kept singing the song.
I think I watched that clip like 20 times that night. Like I just watched it because it wasn't that it was
You
funny.
watch it as a GIF.
It was funny because it was two different angles of the same video.
Wow.
And Zach got both
Yeah,
videos. He got the video from the club, and he got the video
Wow.
that somebody shot from the audience. So he had two different angles of this same incident happening.
Dennis was watching that joint under a tent, like the ref with the review.
He went under the blue tent.
After further review,
Shout out to Rosa, man. She's dope. She's dope. Shout out to Rosa. Yeah. Okay, John, you can go.
My artist of the week is Mad Keys, featuring an artist named Damo Ye. This is their newest single that they just released last weekend, called From Within. It's a really nice dance track. Mad Keys is a producer and keyboardist who toured. He opened up our tour with Odyssey in Good Company last spring in Europe, and
Yeah.
I tell you, the guy's doing very well for himself. He's an outstanding content creator. All of his videos are done fantastic. He was
Nice guy,
invited
too.
to the Lego Factory in Finland or in Denmark. He played violin for what's her name, Toni Braxton or something like that.
Yeah. It wasn't a horn though, so Trey don't give a shit.
Like recently? Wow.
Trey doesn't know what a violin
Wow.
is. He's kind of like he's kind of a jack of all trades type of artist, man.
What's that instrument?
So anyway, yeah, it's Mad
Nothing you
Keys.
can't blow into?
The name of the song is From Within.
Oh.
No, we not pausing. We over 40. Fuck it. We can say whatever we want.
wow, wow.
All right. Who didn't go? I didn't go.
You.
I don't even remember who I picked. Shit, just play it.
Oh, I'll just play it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I know why you chose this. This is kind of
Janet.
like a sympathetic selection. Yeah. You
Oh,
got a
yeah,
little
so-
sympathy for her.
I picked Janet because she wasn't in the film.
She chose not to be.
She chose not to be.
Yeah.
She chose not to
The
be in the film.
sympathetic selection.
I felt bad because you want to see, the whole story be told, and it just felt weird not seeing her character portrayed by anybody.
I sympathetic. I said, what happened to Janet? She wasn't in the film.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the film. But
Yo,
the
when
reason-
I'm listening to this and looking at Dennis, I'm expecting Nia Long to like put her hands on his chest.
Dennis is like, where is she?
please,
Really did, yeah.
if that happened, this would happen. And no, this would happen.
Like we lost
You hear
Dennis.
this? And you hear, cup the balls.
Cup the balls.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
Oh, you gotta sign this NDA.
Except that's Janet's voice.
I mean, same thing. Be like, cup the balls, Janet.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta clarify that.
I mean,
Who said that?
right? But Janet's dope. She's always gonna be dope. She's forever dope. So you can't go wrong with any Janet selection, except for the stuff that Jermaine Dupri did. Ugh, trash.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to others of the week: movies, TV shows, documentaries, books that you guys are reading, and I will start with Jay Hill.
So I just finished the season finale of Monarch. That's Apple.
How is that
series.
show?
It's interesting.
All right.
I am starting to find whack ass plot holes. Like
Oh no,
that's dumb. That's dumb. But I actually do that in most shows I watch now. Like that don't even
well,
seem.
yeah, they all
What the fuck
have
do you
stuff
mean?
like that.
Right. So, but it's interesting how they tied this, how they continue to tie it up, I should say. I definitely can see how there's going to be a season 3, because this was season 2 that they just finished. And if you don't really know what it is, it's basically Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, wasn't this your last?
overview?
Wasn't this last week too? Didn't you pick this last week?
I think so.
Yeah.
I probably did.
Give him a chance to finish watching it.
Yes, sir. Yep.
He started it last time. Now
I
he
can
finished.
I can say Michael, because I did see Michael, but
And what'd you think?
I thought it was excellent, honestly.
Shut up.
I thought John should see it. I thought that also.
All right, maybe I'll go see it.
I have heard it was
wait.
good.
It
It
is good. If you
heard it
take
was
out what you expect to see,
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what I
problem.
need to
See,
prepare
That is
for.
the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is everyone is of the mindset of like, I already know this. Yes, but there is a large sect of people that don't
That don't make it in
know
film.
this much. No, not don't make it in the film. Don't know this much about Michael.
Oh,
Everybody hasn't
that's what
seen
you're saying.
American Dream.
Yeah.
Everybody hasn't. Everybody still think
that
Chris
and
Brown
too,
and Usher are better than him.
they don't
Everybody
even go
think,
into
there's
how
artists
Mike-
that are better than him.
they don't even go into how Mike's thought process was in American Dream. They don't touch on that. Like you just American Dream is about the Jackson 5. Because that's the premise, that's the
Right.
plot of that story. It's about how they made the Jackson 5,
Right.
not about how Michael Jackson became a superstar or ascended to superstar.
I mean, kind of the end is kind of.
It's
goes in there.
it's leading to Michael being the guy, but it
even
doesn't talk
still-
about.
But see, here's a part that's interesting about it also. As we all kind of know, you can read from the news. There's going to be a second part
Right.
to this.
I don't know
They
why.
could
but
choose
sure.
to take this story, because they could choose to take the story any way they want.
No, they can't.
They could come back.
There's a part of it
and
they can't
say-
talk about
Yes,
because
they
of
can.
NDAs.
No. What I'm saying is they could come back at the beginning of the next one and go 5 years earlier, or something like that. Like they could bring, they
Oh,
could
they-
flesh
they-
out more.
I think
It
I
doesn't
hear
go
what you're
in,
saying, but I think the way they
catalog purchase.
the way that they did it though, I don't think you're going to do that because you left to the point. You could do that because you left a lot of open-ended holes in the story. You don't talk about him and
Yes.
Quincy. You don't
Yep.
talk about
Exactly.
him and Jermaine. You don't even talk about that dynamic of
we don't
like
talk about
tension.
we don't talk about any of that.
But they
Everybody didn't watch the
purposely
We Are the World documentary, but they,
they
can
don't
do
talk
that.
about the We Are the World. They don't talk about the Wiz. They don't talk about none of that stuff. But it's like you
All of
purposely
that.
E.T.
dodge a lot of stuff. E.T., Captain EO, you don't do none of that shit, right? But like you purposely
Right.
stay on the highlights because the story is about his ascension to superstardom.
But you also stay on the highlights because this is the first one and we don't know how it's going to do. That's what I mean. Like, we don't know how this is really going to perform. So before we try to flesh out all this other stuff, let's just get this out.
I think you do though
That's what we
because
have.
the guys who produced it did the Queen documentary. So you
Yeah,
know,
they know, but
at the end of the day, like
but it
if you want to
doesn't
produce an epic
But it,
Queen's documentary up until Michael Jackson's biopic was the highest selling biopic at the time. Michael's
Yeah,
just
but you-
broke the box office on that.
but it's not like that's the formula. You can't know that that's the formula. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to write a hit movie. You don't know. You
I
have
mean,
a
no,
pretty
you don't
good
know if you can
idea.
write a hit movie, but you do know if you can write a dope biopic based on the formula that you use to write Queen's biopic. Because
I think that's a reach.
Think about it though. Think about it. If you go back and watch Queen's documentary, they stayed around the highlights, and what did they end with? Road Aid. What did they do with Michael's? They stayed around the highlights, and what they end with? The Bad Tour. So it's the same formula.
That was perfect. That shit was perfect.
It's kind of the same formula. You see what I'm saying? Like
It is.
You
It
stay
is.
around-
But
you
again,
stay
you
around
still
the
don't know
highlights.
that it's going to sell. But you know it's
You
going
don't.
to sell
You
again.
don't.
That's what I'm saying.
But when you sell it
Like,
to
that's what I mean.
the movie, I mean, you sell it to the film house that's putting it out. You're like, hey, we did it with Queen. This is the track record with Queen's film.
I think we could do it with him. Yeah. I
We
think
we
could do it with
introduced a
him.
little bit of tension because they didn't really go into like the meat of what happened with Queen either. They talk about the beef that they had, and you see
Right.
Freddie Mercury kind of go off on his own thing, and it don't work.
Right.
And they kind of did the same thing with Mike. It's like Mike had beef, and he was like he wanted to do his own thing with Joe. Him and Joe had beef, and then it's like, all right, well, Joe was like, in order for you to do X, Y, and Z, I'm your father. You gonna go out and tour with your brothers. And Mike always conceded. He always just did what Joe said until he was like, I'm about to break out on my own, and then you go to bad, and then it's like it's the happy ending to that portion of the story. Mike got away from his father and was able to do his own thing, and then he became this epic superstar right before all the tension or all the shit hits in '93. So
Yeah.
I think you do prove that it can't work, but you don't think it's going to do as well as it did. Selling $200 million in your first opening weekend for a biopic is crazy. So
That's bananas.
True.
That's bananas.
I didn't mean to
Y'all
talk shit
definitely
about your
gonna give us
pick.
a second one.
I would just
We talked about it last week.
I'm trying to make it. Who didn't go?
I'll just say the NBA
and Trey.
playoffs. I ain't really got nothing else
Okay,
right now.
John, you went?
No, my other of the week is Sisu 2.
Really?
The Revenge. Yeah, I mean, or Blade Runner, the original Blade
He
Runner.
shitting on your pick too. Really?
Yeah.
That's what you going with, nigga?
we talked we talked about John's pick on the flight.
Yeah, Sisu was okay. It wasn't as good as the first. It was a little too outlandish. It was a little too unrealistic.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Plot holes and shit. Like
Yeah,
you
like
know,
riding
you
on
know,
a
it would happen
rocket
like that.
to catch up to a train, putting planks of longboards in front of your truck so a plane can not hit it and just take off. Like it's just so fucking unrealistic, man.
My thing was it was two old niggas fighting and fighting like superheroes. It was like
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
One was 75,
I mean,
the
the
other one
action-
was 76. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be out fighting like that.
yeah. The action was okay. The action was fine, but I think the first Sisu was much better. It was
First
much more
Sisu
enjoyable.
is
much
it
more
was way
realistic.
made more sense. Like post war.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my goat home. I'll kill everybody to get this goat home. That makes sense. And I got a dog. What's up with animals being like the thing? Like John Wick had a dog, and anyway. All right. My pick is going to be I mean, The Boys. I think I picked that a couple weeks ago. I just started the final season of The Boys.
You did.
But
yeah.
I won't do that. I'll do the trailer for Kane, which is the Donnie Yen spinoff of John Wick. Like just the trailer. It's not long, but it's making it worth it. Donnie Yen also directed
Pause.
and wrote. Yeah, sorry. No pauses. We over 40. He wrote and directed this film, so it's gonna be a dope film. I don't know who's doing the stunt choreography for it, but I'm sure it's gonna be dope because Donnie Yen's in it. You know, so I'm looking
Yeah, I
forward
think
to
it's
that.
the same people that do Wick. I think it's the same studio. I think they're doing some of it.
If you guys did you guys see Wick is Pain, the documentary?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. Oh, you
So,
gotta see that.
You got to see that.
Yeah.
That's probably better than the last three
Yeah.
Wick films.
Okay.
Yeah, they.
Yep.
So I'll give you a little spoiler alert, but you watch it anyway. The guys who did John Wick are also the stunt coordinators for The Matrix. Same guys.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So the guy who directs
That's where
John Wick
they
films,
started there.
that's where they started. They
Yeah.
started with The Matrix.
And
Which is why they
basically
have like this
perfected it.
relationship with Keanu, because you know they created Gung Fu, and they show the whole creation of how they made Gung Fu and how Gung Fu is now like one of the main martial arts like shot film ways to shoot film for action film. So I would actually say fuck it, not that film. John Wick is Pain,
Trey's asleep. We're losing Trey.
because you ain't playing no
Trey
no
look
horn.
Trey looked like Trump
no
in
horns?
a meeting.
No horns, no sci-fi. He can't get into this shit. It's okay.
That's our cue.
That's our
We
key.
gotta
Well,
put Trey to bed.
we still have 45 seconds. But anyway, that's
Somebody added more time to the timer. It had already expired.
I know because he didn't go. So I had to add like one more minute to it.
Well, we're done anyway. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Overtime.
And watch the NBA playoffs. You know, Lakers are playing right now, so go Lakers. They're not gonna win that series, but go Lakers. Shout out to our sponsors.
This is for Trey.
What?
This is like sleepy time.
I thought it was gonna be a horn in there. I was waiting for a horn to come in.
Here we go.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Here we go. All right, now you can do your outro.
All right. Shout out to our sponsors, Focusrite and Vocaster 2, which we're powered by. We do those shows. I mean, I think everybody got on headphones, except for me. I'm wearing in-ears. But we got the mics and we got the systems. Shout out to our sponsors, Belly Up Sports Network, Unhinged Sports Network, and Eaton Radio, who still plays our show for some reason. PSA for today. Oh, you know what? I do want to make a PSA. Hey, listen. At the end of the day, I think social awareness is a really important thing. We had an incident happen in Estonia where one of the band members had a situation happen with some kids that made some racial slurs and did some stuff in his direction, and it just kind of made us aware that even though we travel the world,
shit is still here, man. Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we still have to deal with a lot of bullshit as black people, as Americans, as black Americans, and as black men. So just be aware of your situation. Be aware of your surroundings. Like, just be socially aware, please, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're out and you think you're okay, and then people walk up to you and do some crazy shit because they feel like they can. So, and just be kind. Like, how about that? Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to your fellow man. Like, that's the main thing you should be trying to work about. Like, I'll punch a nigga in his face quick, but like, I shouldn't have to. And when I say punch a nigga in his face, I mean like anybody, white, black, I don't give a shit. Like, but I don't want to have to, like, and we shouldn't be thinking like that, so just be kind, please be kind.
Right.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening. We catch you next time. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Yeah, sure. We'll be
We're not leaving.
We'll
We got 2 weeks here before we go back out of the country, so we'll do another show next week. So until then, peace.
Yeah, we got the vibe on deck, bro. 4 dope brothers talking sports, so let's go. If you could just imagine some dudes into music get together to talk trash about whose team is losing. So here we go. D. Turner, John Lane, Trey Illy, J. Hill, the MVP, according to his theory. So now what? They got they mics and gizmos. Podcast rapper for DC, what it is, mo. Yeah, we talking sports and things. From rookies who ball to vets who about to get more rings. Plus more things, like a jam session or something. Then we beefing cause our favorite team, John like slumming, John like pumping, over podcasts and stereo. You want more than that whole hum, so here we go. Yeah, we go from bars to beats to podcast or AstroTurf with balls and cleats like that, y'all. Talking sports and things, talking sports and things. Preach the nomad up, talking sports and things. We talking sports and things. D. Turner, John Lane, talking sports and things. Baby, we're talking sports and things. Trey Illy, J. Hill, talking sports and things. Talking sports and things. DC, baby.
This has been Sports and Things with John Lane, Trey Ely, Jay Hill, and your host, Dennis Turner. The Sports and Things theme song was written and performed by Priest the Nomad. Music is performed by T. Fox with flute solo by Trey Ely.
For updates on newly uploaded episodes, follow us on X. Our handle is @IzSports. IZSPORTZ. And on Instagram, our handle is @sports_and_things. SPORTZ_and_THINGZ.
Thanks for listening.